I'm Emily Wetzel, and I'm playing Elizabeth Bennet in Pride and Prejudice. Elizabeth Bennet is the second of the 5 Bennet sisters, and their mother is just dying to marry all of them off.
My name is Blair Coates. I am playing Mrs. Bennet. She is the mother of Elizabeth and Jane and Lydia and Mary and Kitty. The best parts of this role is that this is a very comedic role, and so it's really fun to just make the audience laugh and help people have a fun time.
I'm Brian Alford. I'm playing Mr. Bennet. He chooses a lot of times to be grumpy, and he's a grumpy person. He's in love with his wife. He loves his daughters. He doesn't quite like the whole society that he's a part of. He's a very sarcastic person, and so he just likes more often to joke than to be serious.
My name is John DeVries, and I'm going to be playing Mr. Darcy. I identify a lot with him, with his introvertedness, with his not quite loving people that much, not loving dancing that much. It's sort of me. So in that respect, it's been fun because I've gotten to pour a lot of myself into this character.
So the costumes for Pride and Prejudice has been quite the undertaking for this show. We ended up having to build all of the female costumes. We built corsets, chemises, and then we built the dresses and the little spencers and pelisses and bonnets, so that's been very exciting. And we actually ended up building a lot of the menswear too. We built their pants and their shirts and their waistcoats, and we were luckily able to find enough tailcoats and stuff that we didn't have to build those too. But we did end up building the soldier coats, which have been sort of a trial of Hercules, an effort, with all of the gold trim and buttons and all the details that is involved in Regency construction.
I was in charge of Team Women's Wear, and we started from the very beginning building corsets for the young ladies and getting them to feel more like in the character. And then from there, the chemises, their slips, and then dresses and spencers, and the pelisses, their longer coat jackets. So Team Women's Wear has really been a lot of fun creating this and helping them to create their characters. We've really enjoyed working on it. And I've enjoyed working with the young ladies in the costume shop and helping them to understand the detailing that's required on the period pieces, and helping them learn new processes for sewing and new skills that they were learning. So it's been a lot of fun working on this show.
I am the assistant choreographer as of now, which is awesome. And I helped Andrea, who is the choreographer, show and teach all of the dances, and then when Andrea wasn't there, I would take over as dance captain and teach all the dances. And it was a very strategic process as we went along, because not everyone is a dancer or knows how to dance, so it was very interesting trying to be like, okay, and we go on this count, and grab hands on this count. But it ended up being a really good process for everyone to learn, and now everyone knows how to Regency dance, which is great. It was a really good bonding experience for all of the cast. We all got frustrated sometimes, but we have a great looking show now, and it's a lot of fun to have some dance in there instead of just all lines. And for the hats, I designed all of the matron caps, which was interesting. We looked on Pinterest and a bunch of other websites trying to figure out what would a matron cap look like for this time period. And they're all very poofy and frilly and lots of bows, some bows, lots of lace. And that was a very strategic process because I was making them up on my own. There's a few pictures that I did look at, but other than that, most of them were just, let's try this right here. Oh, that looks good. Okay, we'll do that from now on. And then with some of the bonnets, we just put some trim and put some lining in, and that was a really interesting process to work with. I had done some milliner work before in the past, but this show was more of a, we really need to do a lot of milliner work, and you're going to do all of it. And then I didn't do all of it, but I still did most of it. I did some of it, so it was really great to be able to learn more milliner stuff. And as for the hair was very Pinterest oriented and YouTube oriented, trying to figure out like how Regency era or Regency women would wear their hair. There's a lot of curls and there's a lot of braids and few twists and poofs. All of the hair is real natural hair, except for a few wigs and a few wefts and wiglets to be in. So it's been a very good process all along. Had some mishaps, but you know, the show looks great.
I'm Lindsay Heisinga, and I'm the stage manager for Pride and Prejudice. The cast is incredible, and we've had a lot of bumps in the road with this production. We've had a couple of bigger ones recently, but the cast and the crew and the production staff have just been gracious and rolled with the punches. They've all been wonderful to work with, and they're all brilliant. They all are doing such a good job. This show is looking so good. It's fantastic, and it's so good to see a group of people be this kind to each other in this stressful of an environment. And I think the show is going to be incredible. I think the show is going to be so very alive and filled with the passion that these people obviously have for the work that they're doing.